Hi, and welcome to Prompt the Noise. I get asked regularly, what do I do to create the songs that I do on Suno? I'm going to talk to you a bit about that today. This is not a tutorial. This is about getting you an understanding of the standards, getting you an understanding of how to build a song through emotion. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what your expectations should be when it comes to the song, and we'll talk about quite a lot more as well. So anyone can click buttons. Yeah, what most people struggle with is knowing what they're listening for, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Most people think it's hard part. It's a tool. You know, using Suno. What do I do? How to do it? That is not the hard part. Suno is extremely easy, and you will make an amazingly technical song, regardless, because that is how good Suno is. I can't see of any other tool that can do as well as Suno. It's amazing. What you have to think about is the emotion that goes through it. You can have technical brilliance and the song just feels like music, and that's something that I always challenge myself with. The tool is easy, the choices are hard. Knowing when something isn't right takes taste, takes emotion, takes understanding of the genre you're in, understanding of all of that. Now, I've listened to music for 35, 40, 45 years, from the late 70s right the way through to now. That's what I've done, and I got obsessed when I was younger as well, listening to thousands and thousands of songs from loads of different genres. That's what I did, and I continue to do it, and I continue to dissect and understand every single song that I listen to. Unfortunately, that's part of who I am, and that's helped me with what I'm doing now. Right, a key thing I want to say: if you don't know what you're trying to feel, no prompt will save you, and that's key. Before you even start the process, to start writing the lyrics, to start the prompt, what is the emotion? What's the main emotion? Because this is emotional storytelling. This is what music is. This is, can somebody feel what you are trying to create? Feel that music. And if they don't feel it, if you don't feel it, then how is anybody else supposed to? And that's should be the standard that you have for yourself. My mental process, and it's not steps, but this is what I go through. I start with the emotion, not the genre. I ask what the song is about emotionally. How can I convey that to the listener? I listen a hell of a lot more than what I generate, and I reject far more than I keep. A lot of songs just go, nope, that's not working, start again. There may be a little bit of hope in it, but most of the time, gone. I pay attention to how it feels in my body, not just my ears. And if I feel on the hairs the back of my neck, I go, right, there it is. And that's what I'm constantly, that for me is a pinnacle. If I can get a song like that, then I'll be listening to it for hours and hours afterwards. And again, that song I'll be massively proud of. And I've got quite a lot of songs that on my 3.5 albums that I would say I'm really, really, really proud of. And I've had a lot of comments on quite a few of the songs, particularly songs like I Forgive You, songs like I'm Still Here. They're songs that people have commented and said, wow. And that is what I want. I want that level. And that's a challenge I set every single time I put a song out. Most of my songs don't make the first stage. That's the standard. Right. A lot of people come to this feeling overwhelmed because they're going, well, what do I do, Chris? So, you've got the description, you've got the lyrics, you've got prompts, you've got to put in the lyrics, you've got what sort of things do I need to put on the description. Most people just put a few lines. That's not enough. What do I do with that? Or what's this weirdness stuff? What's the styles? What's all this other bits that I put on the advanced options? I'm overwhelmed, right? What you need and what you don't need is better tools. You need more clarity, you need direction, and you need permission to slow down and take this. This is the biggest thing that you will need to understand. This isn't just about tapping a few bits, pressing enter, done. Oh, created song, brilliant. Okay, next. It takes time. And I helped somebody write one song, and it took me 6 hours just to get an understanding of what they're trying to do, what the song was about, what the course of the song was about, and then building it from there. 6 hours. And I'm still not happy with it because I haven't done all of it. And that's sort of, for me, the standard that I'm setting myself, but I'm also showing you as well. This isn't a quick and easy fix. This isn't a quick win. And I get a lot of sponsored ads that go, you want to make money, this is what you do with music. And it's just sort of like, go into this, do that. No, I don't think that's right. I think that you need to spend time developing your craft as well as coming from emotion, because there's too much dross out there. You know, looking at Spotify at the moment, they're having millions and millions and millions of music being uploaded, and a lot of it's getting deleted because it's rubbish. That's not the standard that we want. And again, AI, it gives us a reputation. If we are going to go, I'll just put out any old dross. That's not what I'm about, and that's not what you'll be about either. This is, I have got an opportunity here that most other people haven't, and most people in the past have never got that opportunity. I've got that now. I'm going to make the best of it. Again, you know, I'm learning to play the guitar. I want to learn even more, and I want to learn more about songwriting, all of this stuff. You know, I am not happy with just sitting on what I'm doing. The gates are fully open. This is the beauty of it. You know, back in the past, you'd be playing in gigs and you'd be hoping just once, you know, you'd have, you know, somebody see you, and then they'll send a letter and say, look, you know, can you come and join us, and or do you want to sign a contract, or, you know, you have to go through a TV process or whatever. You had to go through a long process just to get the chance to get a contract. Now the gates are open. It's you distributing it out to the world. That's it. Now, obviously, the new challenge is that a lot more people can have more accessible to your music, but as a result, that becomes its own challenge, because you've got sort of, you know, quick 20-second clips to try and, you know, get them into wanting to listen to your music. That can be challenging, but also you can have other opportunities as well. And again, what I'm talking about is rock music, you know, rock music of the past, where it took, you know, the 5, 10, 15-minute song. It's a whole thing. How can you clip that into 20 seconds? I've talked about that in previous. If you want to go back on the previous video, then more than welcome to do so. You don't need a studio. That's the beauty of this. You don't need a studio anymore. You know, you need Suno, and you probably need to go and have a studio part of it as well to do some editing. But there's some really cool things you can do within Suno as well, which I'll talk to you about in the future. But what you do need is the intention. This isn't for a fast buck. This isn't just to put out any old dross. This is, I have responsibility and I want to move people, and that's what I'm doing. I want my music to help others. That's what I'm doing this for. What I've been through, all the pain I've done, I want that to help others. That's really how I'm doing it. I'm going to start showing the process properly. No hacks, no tricks. I just want to show you how this unfolds emotionally. I will be giving more information as we go. I want to try and help you the best I possibly can do. If you've got any questions, please ask. This is what I'm here for. If that's what you're here for, this is what you want, this is the sort of things that you want, then you're in the right place. So I'm really excited about the next 3 or 4 videos where we can work together, where I can show you exactly what this is and how we can go about it, all the little tweaks that I do, all those little bits and pieces as well. But the fundamental part of this is the emotion from it. That's a question you should ask before you even start writing the song.